John Sanko here with head coach Billi Godsey. Coach, team coming off a phenomenal win over Quinnipiac. You secured the #1 seed in the MAC. You secured program record wins. You secured at least a share of the MAC regular season title. However, there was a game played against the Bobcats. What did you take from the actual game?
We expected there to be a game played. Quinnipiac's a great team. They fought hard to, make their waves in the conference coming in this year as the first-time member of the conference. And, we knew it was going to be a tight one. Would have loved to not give up such a large lead and make it a game there in the end. But, I'm proud of our girls for fighting through and finishing out the game strong and really having to step up with D'Amica sitting a little bit in foul trouble and everybody else really stepping up and contributing for us.
You guys led by 16 points with roughly 14 minutes left, but got cut down to 1 point with about 5, so a little bit too close for comfort. What did the team struggle with during that stretch?
I think that we struggled quite a bit with their extended 2-3 zone that they run. They did a great job of really kind of getting us out of our rhythm, slowing us down, and making us have to play in the half-court set and really taking away some of the looks that we normally get in the half-court set. They game planned very well, and they executed very well defensively. So we just needed to settle down and get back into the flow of the way that we like to play the game and get into it out of a different look.
However, there were 5 players in double figures for the offense. Were you happy with the way the ball was being spread around?
Absolutely. Again, we were really proud of how everyone really stepped up and tried to contribute in areas that they may not have necessarily contributed all year with, different people trying to get on the boards, with different people try to get, some offensive rebounds, some defensive rebounds, some steals here and there. So we were proud of everybody really just giving their maximum effort to try to get this win.
Yeah, D'Amica Martinez tied a season high 9 rebounds, crashed the boards quite a bit. She's been doing that a lot more lately. Was that something you put emphasis on for her to do?
We have, as a group, just put emphasis on our guards really getting in there and mixing it up a little bit. They've, kind of stood around and watched, Joy do a ton of the work. Sabrina try to get in there and do a little bit of work for us. And we're very capable. So we talked about really trying to expand that part of our game and increase that going into the conference championship.
Mentioning D'Amica, her and Alicia Powell combined for 15 of Iona's 20 turnovers, and Quinnipiac a very good defensive team. But what did you see that maybe worried you a little bit with Powell Martinez's passing game?
I think that they were pressing a little bit. They were sending 2 and 3 people to D'Amica, so she was getting herself in trouble where she over-dribbled a little bit and didn't get the pass out quickly enough. And then I think Alicia was just, penetrated a little bit too deep instead of going to her pull-up jumper or step-back jumper or even kicking out to open shooters that she had on the wing. So I think, like I said, they did a great job game planning, a really good job defensively on us, and seeing that extended 2-3 in a different look, I think it kind of got them on their heels a little bit and got them out of their game for a stretch of the period of the second half. So, they're going to have turnovers. Other people are going to have to step up. Everybody's going to have turnovers, so we're just going to have to fight through that.
Someone who really stepped up was Joy Adams. She returned to her own self, 14 points, 18 boards, which is usual, but 5 assists and 4 steals as well. Can you talk about her overall game?
I think Joy was great for us. Joy had a ton of energy. She was, ready to move from that 4 spot to the 3 spot very early in the game, asking to be on the wing and handle the ball a little bit more because she felt she could penetrate a little bit and find open shooters as she did with her 5 assists. So, she was huge for us. She's always on the board. She's always a ball of energy for us, and it was nice to see her get back to, having a double-double, really leading our break and sparking the energy for us.
Now, before we get to the game against Marist today, it is senior day. 3 seniors being honored today for Iona. Let's first start with Shanice Hawkins. Didn't play many minutes today, but she still plays a viable part of this team.
Absolutely. Shanice is our energy on the bench. She's our bench leader. She brings so much to this team, and she's just a great kid all around. She's had a rough go with, having to have surgery on her hip and ending her career. But she has just been phenomenal for us. She really leads the charge of trying to get everybody into the right mind frame. She really gets everybody excited, and especially D'Amica, she really pushes her, and they have a wonderful relationship where she can get her excited and get her ready to play, and we're definitely going to miss her.
And down low, the anchor, Sabrina Gerardor, Iona's career leader in blocks, dominant on the block for so many years. What can you say about her?
We absolutely miss her inside. I mean, that kid is tough. She hunts down shots, tries to find them to block shots. She's just a great defensive threat for us, and just a great teammate all around. The girls love her. They look up to her. And she's just a really good kid who has given so much to this program and sacrifices so much and puts everything into every single game. She really wants to win every single time and has a great mentality about herself. Even going back to the Quinnipiac game, she, got bumped in practice a couple days prior and really had to ice down some swelling in her knee. And literally dragged her leg up and down that floor for 20 minutes to give everything that she could to help the team get that win. So, when you talk about someone who wants to give everything for the team, that's Sabrina Sabrina Gerardor, and we're going to miss her as well.
Speaking of someone who gives everything for this team, Haley D'Angelo has climbed the ladder, coming as a recruited walk-on and now one of the most respected players in the MAC. And I know she's a personal good friend of yours.
What a career for Haley D'Angelo. What a kid. What an amazing person. She's going to be a phenomenal coach one day. She wants to step over into those ranks, and she gets it. She's the coach on the floor. She leads the team. Obviously, D'Amica, Joy, fill up the stat line every night. Alicia fills up the stat line every night. Haley is the glue that keeps this team together. Haley is the person who makes sure that we are in the right spots, and it's a much different game without Haley D'Angelo on the floor. She's a great person. She just gives everything that she has, and I'm just so proud of her, and I'm absolutely thrilled for her, looking forward to her coaching career, that she is going to be just as an amazing coach as she has been a player, and the glue for this team.
Now, today's game is against the Marist Foxes. They're coming in red hot. 5 straight wins by an average of 22 points. What are you looking for in today's matchup? It's
going to be another great matchup. They're going to come in fighting. They obviously want to share the conference title. They obviously want to avenge the loss at their place, and as they should. So I expect it to be a battle for tempo, for us to try to push it as much as possible, for them to try to control it and play great half-court offense. They're a very, very good team, so I expect this to be a battle all the way to the end.
During their 5-game winning streak, Emma O'Connor is hitting over 60% from the floor. However, on January 13th, when you guys first matched up, you really limited her, and she also had 7 turnovers. Is it going to be the same defense strategy against her today?
It'll be similar, yes. We'll look to try to trap her some, get the ball out of her hand. She's a great player for them. She's an all-around kid who can knock down the three, who can post up strong. She's going to crash the offensive rebounds hard. So we definitely have to pay a ton of attention to her. But that's every kid on the floor. Any kid that they sub in, we have to pay attention to. We have to know how to guard them. Personnel is going to be extremely important for us. And, we'll try to double her a little bit, get the ball out of her hands, pressure into some turnovers so that we can get our momentum and go the other way. But, it's going to be not just shutting down Emma O'Connor, but making sure that we are in tune defensively with each of their kids.
Sydney Coffey's been playing exceptionally well for Coach Bryant Georges. What do you need to do to limit her today?
We're going to have to guard her three a little bit more this time. She has started lighting it up from the three-point line and become a little bit more consistent from there. She's a great driver. She gets to the basket really well, but now she's, added that outside game and really stepped it up at this time of year where they needed her to. So we're going to have to make sure that, as we try to take away her drive, we also have a hand in her face to kind of deter the three-point shot and really, again, know personnel, know how we want to guard these kids and make sure that we're completely into it on the defensive end.
Now, it is senior day. Emotions are going to be running high for all the players. How do you feel you yourself as the coaches and the players are going to handle all the emotions today?
I think emotion is actually good for this team. Some teams want to try to keep it at bay and not get too overly excited. But I think emotion is good for this group because they are so into each other and they feed off of that part of the game. So hopefully it'll give us a little bit of an edge. We'll see how it goes if we need to kind of pull back some and try to control it. But, we're just going to let them run with it and play for their seniors who mean so much to them.
All right, Coach, good luck today.
Thank you.